Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley.
I'm Mica.
Here's a little tip for developers out there. Whether you're making AAA stuff or, say, skeezy into games about trying to get women into bed. If you give someone a key to review your game and it turns out they don't like it, don't DMCA them over it. It's never ever going to end well.
Yeah, that's right, folks. We've got another case of an angry developer lashing out at a reviewer who didn't like their game and abusing YouTube's DMCA system to censor them.
Ooh.
That's great.
So not the first time, even though we keep talking about pretty much every time it happens, and obviously everyone in the entire industry is definitely listening to us.
Just us.
It won't be the last time either.
Oh, absolutely not. Over the past few years, we've seen everything from DMCA threats to actual lawsuits from devs who are really touchy, really touchy about criticism, to say the least.
Yeah, this case involves a developer who sent out Steam keys of their game, Super Seducer, to reviewers and YouTubers. It's a common tactic studios use to try and drum up publicity for their games. Like, a game reviews well, you decide to give it a go, even though you hadn't heard of it before, and bam, you're the next overnight word-of-mouth darling. Undertale style.
So there's no such thing as bad publicity, right?
A lot of people think
That's the saying. Well, you're wrong.
Yeah, this dev apparently really got his feelings hurt and actually DMCA'd a critical video, and then quickly apologized and donated $50 to the YouTuber to cover his expenses.
Oh, that's not a bribe at all. Just, it's covering expenses.
Yeah, for emotional damages.
That one. So, yeah, it's a weird story and another example of a dev with a bad game who apparently is really sensitive about people calling it a bad game and then misusing the copyright system to lash out. I wonder if he'll get us.
Next up, DMCA the No.
Oh, yeah.
Super Seducer is a game published by the company RLR Training Inc., which is led by someone called Richard LaRuino, who appears to be one of those pickup artist types. He's probably friends with all the people that aren't allowed in Australia or the UK or Singapore because they're creepy.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, that's a thing. Yes.
That's amazing.
Some pickup artist dude, the country said, no.
Wow.
You're not welcome here.
Yeah, and the pantheon of crappy Steam games and creepy dudes, Super Seducer really stands out, billing itself as a seduction simulator, where you try and pick up women in various situations using a variety of pre-selected conversations and actions that are just awful.
And I think a girl can just never have too many dicks. So, how about one more?
No.
Well, as you make your choices, LaRuino himself provides you with feedback for every choice you make, like, hey, good job, you're gonna get laid now, or, hey, you were being a creep in this creepy video game that we made.
According to the game's Steam page, it delves into the psychology and the hundreds of hidden secrets that separate seduction masters from everyone else.
It adds, it doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, or what you look like. By the time you're finished playing Super Seducer, you'll be able to attract and keep women who previously seemed unattainable.
It's full of super quality advice too, like, don't give her an option, or don't ask her a question because then she might say no, or walk in front of her so she can't run away from you.
Sounds like a nice guy.
So great.
This quality piece of gaming doesn't actually release until March 6th. In advance of that, the developer gave away Steam keys to online personalities. Again, pretty common move for studios and devs trying to get publicity for their game.
Yeah, and as you might imagine based on the summary, the reviews were not kind.
What?
The popular YouTuber Donkey.
I love Donkey.
He's amazing. He goofed on a video that got more than 2.5 million views. Donkey went through a number of ridiculous scenarios and called it a dumbass game, so yeah, Donkey's right.
It wasn't just Donkey though.
No.
YouTubers ranging from Pro Jared to Dad's Gaming Addiction also reviewed and made fun of Super Seducer.
And it's one of those smaller reviewers, IAmPattyJack, who found that his critical video of Super Seducer got DMCA'd.
What?
Yes, for some reason, LaRuino decided that this video, this one right here, is where he'd make a stand.
This is the hill he was gonna die on. IAmPattyJack, aka Chris Hodgkinson, said he noticed that LaRuino left a critical comment on his video, and then their dispute spilled over onto Twitter.
We got in touch with Hodgkinson, who said that LaRuino was mad that he called his game the worst game ever.
Hodgkinson told us, this confused me because he sent a code to my channel which prominently features a series where I call games I greatly dislike the worst game ever as an inside joke. That's what this series is. Every video in the series is, this game is the worst game ever. That's the way that it works.
Oh my goodness. After this exchange, Hodgkinson's video got DMCA'd, but then LaRuino and his PR reps later apologized to Hodgkinson and said they would retract it.
Hodgkinson told us they basically said he DMCA'd my video to prove he wasn't a pussy, and he was going to retract it right away. Obviously, this is a huge misuse of the DMCA system on YouTube because it was done simply to prove that he wasn't afraid to do so, not because of any sort of copyright infringement.
Good job, dude. You opened yourself up to legal action by falsely DMCAing a video, but hey, at least you're not a pussy.
Right, how terrible would that be?
That would be awful.
We got in touch with La Rowena, who said that he and Hodgkinson got into a discussion on Twitter and he was out of line. He goaded me into doing the DMCA and a member of my staff did it. This was childish, obviously.
Oh, come on, look at you. You're not teaching, ancient history or something, are you? Dressed all like this, sexy and whatever.
While La Rowena said the YouTuber was attention-seeking, he added, "I support YouTubers and do not support censorship. This guy just annoyed me and I responded childishly. Currently, we are hounding YouTube to get the video back up quickly and I hope that happens any moment."
Also worth noting, La Rowena did indicate to us that he and his team took exception with the video primarily because they thought the worst game ever title was negative for SEO, or search engine optimization.
Well, in that case, the DMCA is absolutely the correct and legal way to respond. Just kidding, it's not.
Nope, still not.
Don't do that.
Of course, this isn't the first time that salty developers threatened to DMCA or has DMCA'd or even threatened to sue people for not liking their game. There's actually a very long, infamous history of devs doing this. They typically never go anywhere, but they're always fun to follow.
Oh, so fun. Last year, Ars Logica LP, which published the indie dungeon crawler Devoid of Shadows, threatened to sue people on Steam that gave their game a bad review, so that's mature.
Also last year, the creator of the first-person shooter stealth game Art of Stealth threatened some video creators with DMCA takedowns after they gave his game bad reviews.
And before that, there was the infamous case where critic and YouTuber Jim Sterling was actually sued for $10 million for daring to criticize Digital Homicide's first-person shooter Slaughtering Grounds.
Well, look, he really ate into their bottom line.
Yeah, and that lawsuit was later thrown out by the court, probably for being a waste of everyone's time.
And so on down the line. As they say in Battlestar Galactica, all this has happened before and will happen again.
And we love it.
I'm pretty sure that's what that entire quote was about. It was
yeah.
about YouTube and DMCAs.
And for his part, Hodgkinson says he submitted a counterclaim to YouTube and plans to put the video back up. But as of now, it remains offline. Hodgkinson added that Richard, a few minutes ago, sent me $50 on PayPal to cover damages, which I've promptly refunded.
Instead, Hodgkinson suggested that he donate the money to a mental health charity.
Oh! Sick burn! So what do you guys think of the latest case of the dev DMCAing a critical video? Let us know in the comments.
And for all your video game news, make sure you like this video, and if you're new around here, subscribe to the know.
Please respect people.
IAmPattyJack, aka Chris Hodgkinson, said he noticed that La Rowena left a critical... IAmPattyJack, aka Chris Hodgkinson...
We got in touch with Hodgkinson. Man. After this exchange, Fuck.